Hospitals are places of healing, science, and logic. But what happens when the unexplainable intrudes? Today, we're exploring 7 chilling moments caught on hospital security cameras, real events that left staff stunned and scared. These aren't horror movies. These are late-night legends whispered by those who walk the sterile halls. So turn down the lights and get ready. We're about to witness moments that will change how you see hospitals forever. Sometimes, the most unsettling things happen where you least expect. And after this, you might never look at a hospital the same way again. Our first story takes us to a hospital in Honduras, where a security guard watches the monitors on a quiet night. The automatic doors slide open. Nothing unusual, until a translucent figure glides in, visible only on the entrance camera. It looks like a patient in a gown, moving with an unnatural smoothness, heading straight for the elevators. The guard rewinds the footage, stunned. The figure is clear as day, but only on one camera. He calls his supervisor. Together, they watch the ghostly shape drift toward the morgue elevators. Staff had whispered about hauntings, but this was undeniable evidence. The figure doesn't interact or make a sound. It simply moves, retracing steps it may have taken in life. The guard is shaken. How do you walk those halls knowing you might not be alone? The footage leaks, becoming a local legend. Skeptics call it a glitch, but staff know what they saw. For those who work there, the video confirms a chilling suspicion. Some patients never truly leave. The calm, mundane setting makes the event even more disturbing. The phantom's deliberate movement suggests a purpose, a lingering presence. The hospital's stories of shadows and voices now have a face, a silent passenger caught between worlds. The legend grows, and the staff's unease deepens. The footage is a reminder. In hospitals, the line between life and death is thin, and sometimes it blurs. The guard's experience is a warning. Not everything in a hospital can be explained. The phantom patient remains a mystery, haunting the memories of those who saw it. The story endures, whispered in the halls at night. The hospital is never quite the same. The legend of the phantom patient lives on. Some doors, once opened, never truly close. In the world of hospitals, some spirits linger, and sometimes the cameras catch them. In a northern India hospital, a dim corridor sits empty, except for a row of wheelchairs. Suddenly, one wheelchair rolls out, turns, and glides down the hall as if pushed by invisible hands. Security footage shows no one nearby. The movement is deliberate. Not random guards rush to investigate. The air is still. No drafts, no open windows, just a wheelchair in the middle of the floor. This wing is known for strange happenings, cold spots, whispers, fleeting shadows. But this is different, undeniable proof of something unseen interacting with the physical world. The wheelchair's precise movement baffles everyone. Why did it turn? Why did it stop? The logical explanations fall apart. The other wheelchairs remain still. Staff are left uneasy, haunted by the idea of an invisible presence. The footage is a chilling reminder. In the quiet hours, unseen forces may be at play. The event becomes legend, fueling stories of the hospital's haunted past. The deliberate journey of the wheelchair suggests intention, a ghostly traveler retracing old paths. The staff's sense of safety is shaken. The video circulates, sparking debate and fear. The hospital's reputation for the paranormal grows. The wheelchair's midnight journey remains unexplained. In places of healing, the veil between worlds can be thin. Sometimes, the dead refuse to rest, and sometimes, they leave evidence behind. The ICU is a place of life and death, where staff are focused and rational. In an Argentinian pediatric ICU, a nurse sits at her station, unaware of a dark human-shaped shadow emerging from a patient room. The shadow glides down the hall, pausing as if observing, then moves toward the nurse. It stops, lingers, then darts into the wall, vanishing. The nurse senses something, looks up, but sees nothing. Security reviews the footage, stunned. The nurse recalls feeling watched and chilled. Skeptics blame lighting or camera faults, but the shadow's movement is too intelligent, too aware. The story spreads, adding to the lore of shadow people in places of high emotion. For staff, the video is a chilling reminder they may not be alone in the ICU. The shadow's presence lingers in their minds. The footage becomes a warning, some things can't be explained away. The ICU's atmosphere changes, fear mixes with routine. The legend of the shadow grows. Staff share the story, passing it down to new nurses. The shadow in the ICU remains a mystery. and the staff never forget what the cameras revealed. In a Rosario, Argentina hospital nurses hear a child's soft cry coming from an empty room. They check every patient, everyone is asleep. The crying persists, always from the same unoccupied room. The room is spotless, dark, and silent. Yet the sound continues in the hallway A nurse records the audio, clear, mournful crying from the empty space. The nurses are shaken. They check adjacent rooms and floors, nothing. The crying is localized, impossible to explain later. They learn the room's tragic history. Many terminally ill children had passed away there. The knowledge casts a shadow over the incident. Was it a residual haunting, an echo of sorrow imprinted on the room? The audio offers no answers, only chilling questions. The recording circulates among staff, deepening the room's reputation. The nurse's fear is real, the experience unforgettable. The hospital's atmosphere changes, grief lingers in the air. The story becomes legend, warning new staff of the room's past. The crying in the empty room remains unexplained. Some wounds leave scars on places, not just people. The nurses never forget what they heard, and the room's silence is never trusted again. In a Thai hospital, a lobby camera captures an elevator behaving strangely late at night. The doors open to an empty lobby. Wait, then close. Over and over for 20 minutes. No one calls it. No buttons are pressed, and the upper floors are deserted. The security guard, uneasy, checks the elevator himself. The doors open as he approaches. No one inside, no lights on the panel. The hospital is rumored to be haunted by a former nurse, said to ride the elevators on her nightly rounds. The repeated unexplained activity suggests more than a mechanical glitch. The event feels intentional, as if something is trying to get attention, or is stuck in a loop. The guard's experience adds to the hospital's haunted reputation. Staff whisper about the phantom nurse, fueling the legend. The elevator's persistence is what makes it so unsettling. A one-time glitch is easy to dismiss, but this is different. The footage becomes infamous among staff. The elevator's behavior remains a mystery. The story spreads, unsettling everyone who hears it. The hospital's atmosphere changes. Elevators become places of dread. The legend of the haunted elevator endures. Staff avoid that elevator late at night. The unexplained rides continue. Some believe the nurse is still making her rounds, and the cameras keep watching. In a Salta, Argentina hospital, a security camera captures a ghostly figure in the busy waiting room. For a split second, a transparent human-shaped apparition appears near the entrance, then vanishes. The guard rewinds the footage. There's no mistaking it. A clear, misty figure, visible only to the camera. No one in the room reacts. Only the camera sees the visitor. The staff are stunned, replaying the footage in disbelief. Unlike blurry ghost photos, this figure is distinct: head, shoulders, torso, completely see-through. The waiting room, once ordinary, now feels charged with fear. Staff who had heard stories now have concrete evidence. The knowledge that invisible entities might share their space is deeply unsettling. The clip becomes a powerful piece of evidence for believers. It suggests spirits may walk among us, unseen, in parallel with our world. Sometimes, cameras catch a glimpse across the veil. The story spreads, changing how staff see the waiting room. The apparition's brief appearance leaves a lasting impact. The footage is shared, debated, and feared. The waiting room's energy is never the same, and the legend grows with every retelling. In our final story, a hospital room camera records a patient resting until terror strikes. The patient's eyes widen in fear, staring at empty space beside the bed. The sheets begin to move, pulled by an invisible force as the patient thrashes and tries to escape. Their hands are near their chest, but the sheets are tugged downward by something unseen. The struggle lasts nearly a minute, pure terror, as if fighting an invisible assailant. When it ends, the patient collapses, exhausted and shaken. Nurses who see the footage are horrified. They've never seen such clear physical interaction with the environment. The event goes beyond hallucination. It's a physical assault by something invisible. The video is a terrifying glimpse into a patient's private horror. It raises a chilling question: are patients always hallucinating, or do they sometimes see what others cannot? The footage haunts the staff who witness it. The room's atmosphere is forever changed. The story spreads, fueling fear and speculation. The unseen visitor remains a mystery, and the question lingers: what else goes unseen in hospital rooms at night? These clips are more than spooky stories. They're real moments that challenge our understanding of hospitals. From phantom patients to invisible assailants, these events blur the line between logic and the unknown. Hospitals are saturated with intense emotions. Maybe that energy leaves a mark. Have you ever experienced something unexplainable in a hospital? Share your stories in the comments. Thanks for joining me on this chilling journey. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe for more real-life mysteries. Stay safe, and remember to question everything. Until next time, keep your eyes open.